Hi, from your time in America, certainly you've been experiencing American culture. I'd be interested to know what has given you the most pause experiencing American culture, something from it, the most surprise.
Where do I begin? American culture is very unique, and like every culture is. It's also you cannot generalize America. It's a very different factions and different state. Uh, the biggest pause for me is when like it's really interesting at Colombia. Like the facts doesn't matter, but how you feel matters the most, right? Like the trigger warnings and how you feel really the most important thing. So if in classroom, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, then you don't even need to do the assignment. You don't even need to come to the class. And these are the college graduates gonna be in this country right now at Columbia Ivy League school. Literally, professors were sending us emails before the class. Oh, this might have trigger warnings for the race intro struggle war, maybe like PTSD. Don't do the reading. Don't come to read the class. You don't even need to tell me why it bothers you and give us those trigger warnings. Then I'm like, why are you in university then? And I imagine they were this bubble wrapped, never exposed to any reality. When they graduate, they go to become the executives and be the people in the society. What kind of world are they gonna create? Exactly what country that we are seeing right now. That's so far from the reality, and there's no more truth anymore. So hard to know what true is, and that's almost like living in North Korea.
Hi, Yeonmi. I'd like to ask also, could I have a photo with you after? I should have asked yesterday, but it would be very nice, thank you. But my question is, freedom is a requirement for human life and happiness. I think you would know that better than anybody. But people in North Korea don't have freedom, and you were very fortunate to escape. It'd be very difficult for all North Koreans to escape, only very few do. But what can they have hope on? What freedom can they find in their personal life? Or to put my question in another way, what would you have done if you were sent back to North Korea and if you failed to escape?
Well, I will fight like hell to be free. It's whatever that I went through to be free. I have no regrets. And what I am afraid is not even losing freedom. It's if you read the Georgia's like the animals farm, right? Like it comes down to the generation. They don't even know what freedom is. So then if you lose that, you don't even know, you can never find the way back. And we might be losing freedom, but we might become like North someday. Like we are not immune to that. And I think that's why we need to be like vigilant, keeping this freedom and understanding what really it means to be free. I think this is a lot of people keep asking me like, how do you define freedom? And I was like, you lived in freedom for all your life. You're asking a North Korean to define freedom for you? Thank you, but it's initially I thought that was the most bizarre question that I was keep getting in every interview that I do. They are keep asking, "What does freedom mean to you?" I'm like, "You should tell me." But I think that's when I understood. Most of people don't know what it means to be free. Freedom means self-like responsibility. It comes with discipline. It comes with virtue. It's not just jacking yourself with the heroin on the street and do whatever you want. It comes with all other things, but somehow this country have like failed to teach the children about the principles of freedom, and now they're asking North Korean to talk about it. So I think that is why we are losing freedom, because most of people don't understand what freedom is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you support the effort to send USB flash drives into North Korea? And also, if you were choosing the content to go on those drives, maybe also for Chinese, what content would you include?
I do definitely support sending this outside information into North Korea, because that was also one moment that changed my life. Is growing up in North Korea, as I said, everything is a propaganda, right? There's no Romeo and Juliet. We don't know anything besides a propaganda. And when I watched this bootleg DVD, the movie about Titanic, and as a young girl, I could not believe a man can die for like a woman, and movie can made about an entirely shameful story. Like that really gave me a taste of freedom. So I think showing even just like that kind of innocent movie can awaken North Korean minds. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Before I start fangirling, because your work is incredible and I've been following it for a while, all of you consistently talk about how you shifted from survival mode into living mode and like a deep understanding of what it means to be a sovereign individual human being. Was there a light bulb moment, or was that a gradual shift? And what was that shift like? Also, congratulations on the new fuzzy addition to your family.
Definitely, when I was reading George Orwell's book, that was a new turning point because the hardest thing, you go through all of that, and now you're in a country like South Korea, there's freedom and respect for human rights. It wasn't about like learning about, how to eat Coca-Cola or hamburger or pizza. It was hard. But really, how do you trust again? Because when I got there, the South Korean officials told me that everything you believed in your life was a lie. And now what I'm telling you is truth. So you need to accept this truth. That they literally told me that Americans are not bastards, they are great people, and the Kim Jong-un goes to the bathroom, he's a dictator, like all these horrible things. And I was like, so if everything that I believe was a lie, how do I know what you're telling me is not a lie? Where's the evidence? You come in this like chaos mode, like I don't know how to trust anything ever again. And that's when those books helped me. And then started to living in a more like not surviving. I think that was more like gradual process than that. But I think that thinking, understanding what happened was like a very important step for me to become free emotionally.
Okay, so once more, I'm really grateful for your powerful message across the world. I have a question. Did you notice that since you started spreading your message, did you notice some cracks on North Korean propaganda wall, or did you notice that this propaganda got, even if it's possible, more hateful, more harsh? Did they somehow react to your message and they started being more careful with checking people in North Korea if they are running away, or started sending some propaganda informations that it's not true what you are saying or something like this?
That was really good. Initially, when I spoke out, this Marxist, Maoist, Leninist, all the Leninist guys came after me. Because in some ways, the North Korea is the last country that holding the socialist paradise flag. That's what they call. The last country still holds that ideology as a national policy. And they were like, how do we know that she's a North Korean even? She